Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, channeling divine messages of guidance for whoever is out there watching. Welcome whoever is out there watching. Hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. So this is a general reading. Use your discernment to decide which messages are for you and which messages you can let go. So, in the past, we have the energy of the Five of Wands in reverse. I'm just so tired of drama starters and it just feels real petty. It feels like people with nothing better to do than gossip about others, to compete with others, to just create distractions. It feels emotional, the distractions. Looks like in the past year, like I'm not doing drama any longer, and yet there's someone who broke from the pack. I don't know why I'm seeing it this way. It feels like a group of people. Is this your family? Is this a friend group? And they're just petty and talking about you, and not in a wonderful way. I feel like they're just that's just what they do. And it looks like one of them came towards you, brought this kind of energy towards you. It looks like something happened. This person came towards you with communication, and you had to get a little firm. You had to speak your truth, kind of balance things out, like, hey, I'm being very clear here. This is unwanted, or something. You overstepped something. You had to stand up for yourself, basically. And it really was this act of self-love. I feel like this was really, might seem small, standing up for yourself against someone they're not a horrible monster of a human. They just have a lot of drama, and they just mess with people because that's what they do. I don't know how to explain. I bet you're feeling the same way. Like, why bring this to me? Why? And you had to set them straight. And it was this beautiful act of self-love. And it might have been a little in the beginning steps of, like, not a polished pro at creating healthy boundaries and standing up for yourself and speaking your truth, but this is really beautiful. So, okay. In present time, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's an instability about finances, about work. Something is there's anxiety, like base chakra anxiety. There's some new project, something that's really promising and exciting, but it's not going the way you expected. Like you're strategizing but there's this worry, a lack of success that's kind of creeping in on this project. Something isn't quite right. Okay. Oh, wonderful. So there's some project that you're working on, and it's as you're working on it, it is very exciting. It's new. It's unique. It's something that you've been working on, but there's just this underlying financial instability and insecurity that's running through this, and it's making it very difficult for you to enjoy the creating of it. There's something that needs to be addressed. There's something that is not working. And why we started with this energy in the past, someone just trying you, someone coming towards you, and it doesn't feel like a huge thing in the whole scope of life events, but you deal with it and you communicate your truth. You want some equality, you want some justice, and no one's going to care about that. It's you get to decide, and you communicate this truth, and it's an act of self-love. And up here, now you're moving up from that act of self-love, Page of Cups. Now you're moving this type of communication, addressing some type of inequality, something that needs to be addressed, that in the past you would let go. But instead, in present time, you're willing to address it, to communicate what it is you need to. And you're now moving into Knight of Cups energy from Page of Cups, like I'm learning how to stand up for myself and love myself. It's a little new. I'm not the best at it. And now moving into present energy, I'm getting better at this. It is an act of self-love to address when something is bothering you, when something is not making you feel, but you are feeling insecure. Something isn't right. I'm going to address this instead of sweep it under the rug and ignore it. Feels like in the past you might have ignored things. So, wow. A lot of growth here. All right. Messages from your higher self is the King of Cups in reverse. So this is someone who's emotionally overwhelmed. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. This person feels like they're not having a new beginning. They don't have any opportunities. They might be partying a lot. Someone's really in their emotions. Overwhelmed by emotions, and it feels like it's related to not having this new opportunity. And I'm just... What is this? This is... I'm overwhelmed by emotions because there isn't a new opportunity. This is self-sabotage in that something is wrong. My emotions are telling me something is off. This isn't the opportunity I thought it was, or there's something really upsetting, and the usual way of dealing with this is just to pretend and that everything is fine, to ignore your feelings. There's something like this is not the opportunity I thought it was. This isn't the new beginning I thought it was. It's like your emotions, your masculine energies are having difficulty when something comes up that is more subtle emotions. Masculine, I'm doing this, but it looks like masculine energy is getting really tripped up on feelings. And so it's this needing to tune into and allow your feminine energies to come out, to communicate, to connect, that it's okay to have feelings like this, that actually feelings are part of abundance if utilized correctly. You're stepping into a real how to create business by inviting masculine and feminine energies, not just railroading. It's a whole different way of doing business, whatever this is. It's inviting the feminine energy to calm, soothe, and relieve. Feminine energy is like Pepto-Bismol. Oh, a matched pair. Oh, okay. It looks like if you are willing, if you are ready to address what issues are going on, you attract or you become the King and Queen of Pentacles. There's something about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. For some of you, I'm looking at more of an internal job, combining your masculine and feminine energies, flowing and knowing when you need more masculine energy, when you need more feminine energy, and because there's this great deal of anxiety that's going on. You're overthinking something and not communicating it. And so you're creating your own nightmare. It's like I'm betraying myself. I'm hurting myself because I assume you're really in your head. There's some past wounds that are coming up to be healed and addressed. Past wounds where you were betrayed in some type of business scenario, maybe a business partner, someone you worked with. But you're not going to recreate that. You're addressing things, or you have the opportunity to not recreate the past difficulty when you learn how to communicate your truth, when you can call a spade, when you can be honest and authentic. Wow. All right. Your challenge right now is the Empress. Your challenge is to it's inviting your feminine energy into the workplace. Whether you identify as masculine, feminine, or non-binary, what I'm getting here is there's an old paradigm of masculine ways of doing business that are being released, that are no longer going to work in the workplace. And this feels like business, job. It started with family, but now it's definitely moved, kind of a feeling of growing something. And by inviting feminine energy in, having feelings, having emotions, there's something that you're creating that's in need of both feminine and masculine, divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Not just I'm in my masculine zone and I'm going. There's taking pauses, checking in, how are we feeling, creating the energy of, that's more feminine. I'm creating the environment, the feeling of, and then masculine energy working together, taking this energy on the journey towards whatever it is that you're doing with the masculine energy. All right, what's hidden is the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Not learning something new. Someone who's not seeing things in a new way. Someone who's can't see the truth of things. Someone who's getting like novice energy, someone who's a novice, someone who doesn't know enough. Ooh, interesting. So I feel like this kind of novice energy is creating a lot of, I don't know, a lot of indecision. Ooh, there's something I can't move forward on. That's okay. If we can't talk about it, if we can't talk about what's confusing, then we can't move forward. I feel like in the past you would have just I don't like this, but I don't feel I can communicate. I feel like communicating concerns in the past feels like confrontation or conflict, and I hate that. But now where we started is actually confrontation as an act of self-love and loving the person you're having a conflict with. I trust you enough that I'm willing to express concerns and my truth. And as uncomfortable and awkward as this makes both of us feel, I am doing this because I trust that we can get to the other side together. Otherwise, I wouldn't bring this up. So I think people in your past have hoodwinked you when you would bring up questions and conflict and confrontation, like, wait a minute, and they would like clutch their pearls and be like, oh my gosh, like make you out to be bad for expressing a concern, for communicating, for clearing the air. They take it really personally. You're not supposed to. This type of energy shuts down all communication. It looks like, and so they're more interested in control than cooperation. And so you are right now in the process of releasing layers of where people have shut you down, shut your communication down. You're not allowed to talk about that. You're not allowed to address that. You're not allowed to, you're like, watch me. I've got to communicate this because I feel like you can tell that things you don't want to move forward unless you are moving forward with people you can communicate safely with. All right. The opportunity is 7 of Pentacles in reverse. you want to know that the time, the energy that you're putting into something, that you're focusing on something, that it's going to grow, that it's worth, the juice is worth the squeeze. There's something going on right now, and you're wondering, yeah, you're in your head a bit, because this isn't, it seems like it's the ideal thing, but unless you can communicate your concerns, it's not a dream come true. What? Oh, this is so interesting. Whatever it is you're creating, I'm getting the feeling like Spirit is like, it doesn't matter. What you're creating is a vehicle of discovery for you to heal a lot of this is so interesting. As I'm looking at it, as Spirit is showing me that whatever this is, whatever this project is it's lovely, it's wonderful, it's fantastic, but it doesn't matter in the sense what it is. It is a vehicle towards you becoming more and more the person you want to be, more stable, more secure, creating something in this new environment that's very balanced, masculine and feminine. It's very new energy. It's one where this is very important. This is the foundation. So it's very important how you start this, how you create this. Does everyone have a voice? Do you have a voice? Can you voice your concerns with who you're creating this, co-creating this with? These are, yes, there's an opportunity in something not working out. Wow, it does. Let's see, the possible outcome is the Knight of Swords. Moving quickly, communication, clear, honest, fast moving. I'm going to move fast. I'm seeing something. I'm moving fast now. So clear. I was blind and now I see. I was stuck. I was stuck in my head, but I couldn't communicate. I've been stuck in my own mental prison, and I didn't even realize I had all these options. I have so many other options other than to just pout and feel like life is unfair. I feel like in the past, someone took away your voice. It definitely has the Ariel Disney, someone took away your ability, you weren't allowed growing up to communicate your truths or anything, and so you just felt very victimized. If you can't communicate what you want, your issues, some conflict, some work using your communication to work through conflict, then you can only avoid conflict or you have to suffer conflict. If you are not allowed to work through it as adults and communicate issues, then it creates victim mentality, very unfair. And I feel like you're clearing these beliefs and you're creating your own balance. You're taking it. You're deciding, I'm going to, it's like you're embodying the energy of justice. And inviting shadow aspects of yourself that have been annexed and not allowed to speak up. It feels like there are parts of yourself that did speak up and got punished for it and really annexed, and even like that is, it's not safe to have to speak my mind. Feels like you really start unscattering yourself and loving aspects of yourself that were kept quiet, kept silent. There's definitely you're not allowed to speak. It's like you're freeing yourself. You're showing yourself, not by someone else giving you permission to speak, by you giving yourself permission. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to, I'm not very accomplished at this. I'm a beginner at this, but it is an act of self-love to communicate where I'm at, how I'm feeling, how I'm seeing things. Wow. All right, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye.